This is Damon Stevens of Fin Wealth Builders. Today is Thursday, June 23rd, 2022, and this is Stock Market Update for Trades of the Day. And what, continues to be a great trading day. So hopefully you guys are taking advantage of this opportunity if you are day trading. If you're looking for your long-term portfolio, we still have a little ways away here, I think, to get full on long-term again. But let's take a look at what's going on in the market, see what we can find out as we close out this week. I think there's a lot of good information here, so stay tuned. All right, so let's take a look at the market. So Dow Jones closed up 0.64%, NASDAQ up 1.62%, and S&P 500 down 0.95%. You see here, energy continues to lose money, and you can see the FANG stocks did pretty well today. Overall, pretty good. Financial systems had a little bit of a pullback here. But healthcare continues to be the strong leg here. It continues to rocket up here, and we'll show you some charts here to see what we're looking at. But again, another bullish day on healthcare, so it's doing very well. We're gonna have a scanner BHAT. This one's been on there before and hit our scanner today, 263% up. We'll show you what's going on there. But let's take a look first. Let's go ahead and take a look at BHAT. So BHAT on the 15-minute chart, you can see here the low was $1.10 and a high of $3.49. So these penny stocks, they're tough. They're tough trades. This one had a lot of good volume in it. So I mean, this made it a lot easier for a trade today. But hopefully you captured that. Really, you had all morning to catch part of this or any of it. So $1.10, $3.49. A pullback here in the day, it basically came down here to around 250. And sorry about that. Let me go ahead and turn my alerts off here. All right, so you can see here we pulled back here to 250, ran back up to 330, and then just kind of flattened out. So we're above all the moving averages. We're going to watch this tomorrow, see if we get additional play. And let me show you what we're looking at on this one. So 349 is definitely not a peak here for this stock. So BHAT. So looking here, just back here in April timeframe, you see we were at 520 here at one of our pivots that we ran up to, and then we just had this big sell-off all the way through May and June until today, and then we got this big rocket ride today, and you see it spiked clear up here to 350, but then kind of settled down here. Still above the 50-day moving average. I wish it would have closed. You see kind of how we have the sell-off here. Really wanted it to kind of close kind of at this level right here, and it didn't, which is unfortunate. I really wanted to stay above that 100 to rally tomorrow to try to get back up, hopefully to this 520. So we'll see if we can do it. It did pull back a lot more than I was hoping, but we'll see. We'll be watching it in the morning. Weber, here's another one. So Weber, similar type story here, but you can see here it was trading down here in the 790 area, and just decided to take off today in pre-market. Came up here and was riding here around $5, and kind of pulled back here at the open down here to 920, and then just took off here, and especially towards the end of the day, just rally. We had this nice rally at the end of the day, clear up to 1220. I'll show you, right where this line in the sand comes in, but we kind of went up here, hit this line, which is really kind of our next pivot here now, and then we pull back here. We're under the 20-day moving average, but I'm okay with that because here's all the consolidation that happened today, and so as long as we stay above this 50-day moving average, may get another run at this tomorrow. And let me show you why I'm thinking that. So here's a daily chart. So here's 1203. This was back in March 18th, and then it just kind of sold off, just slowly sold off until it just kind of dropped right off down to this 572. And then it started picking back up, and we had some momentum here. It's just kind of slowly building, hit above the 20-day moving average, pull back, and then just kind of had this little rocket ride starting yesterday, and today just spiked clear up here. Towards this level right here, this 1203 area. And then it just pulled way back down. I was hoping it's going to hold, because I thought, boy, if so, this has a lot higher highs back here, but it did not. So We'll see. I mean, really, the goal is really to try to see if we can hit this. Maybe 328 back here would be another possibility that we could try to run up to. But I don't like how it sold off. It sold off pretty heavily and settled right here, actually below a lot of this consolidation, which I don't like. So we'll see if it can get another run at it. I don't know if it's going to do that. I know I spent a lot of time on this one, but just want to show you kind of what's going on. So here's kind of where it ended, kind of just above this area. So it's kind of in this little channel. We spent a lot of time in here. So it kind of fell right back into this resistance area. So look tomorrow to see if we can get another bounce out of this. And if we can, this is a good one that could possibly lead in the next week. If we can get a run up here and try to hold closer towards this $12 on the finish out of this week. Because we did have a heavy volume here. So we'll be watching this one in the morning, see if it gives us anything more, but just kind of want to give you the background on, what the thought process is on this one. All right, so Friday. So looking at what we're going to see on Friday, let's see, Friday news. So 5-year inflation expectations. So 3.3% is expected. And new home sales. So these two things, this 10 o'clock Eastern time. So that's going to be 7 o'clock my time. So, a half hour after market opens. So just be careful on this one. As we get into the open day, obviously this could change the way the market's moving in the direction we go. So something to watch for. Looking at the E-mini futures, S&P 500. So here's the thing that as soon as I saw this chart, this is on my 5-minute chart. And I'll show you a little bit more later. But on my 5-minute chart, this is like identical to, the whole, this whole, accumulation distribution format that the market follows, where it kind of pulls up, puts in a high, pulls back down, pulls in, puts a new high, pulls down again a little bit further, and then rallies up to a new high. And then typically what it'll do is it'll pull back again, come up and make one more high, and then sell off. So I'm watching this one tonight. I want to keep my 5-minute up. I want to see if this 5-minute works out because so far this is very typical structure for the market. And I just want to see if this is going to happen here and just finalize this. If it does, what that means is who knows what's going to happen in the evening here. This could consolidate, which is typically what it'll do. It'll kind of just chop along before it goes up and hits that new high. If the morning we hit a new high up here above 380, then one thing to watch for is do we hold above 380? If we hold above 380, then maybe we go to maybe 384, 3840. Somewhere up here. If we can't and we tag this and we are rejected, like the typical structure is for the market, then I'm going to be looking for a short and try to short this thing all the way down. So that's kind of my game plan for tomorrow on the S&P 500 is really to see what the futures did during the night, because I saw this structure and I was like, okay, well, that's a typical structure so far of the market. One more high and we got a drop off. So anyways, just kind of give you some background on what I'm looking at. I'm looking at on an 8-hour chart for the E-minis. You can see here we were consolidating. Back here on the 13th for a few days, and then we pulled down, put in that new low, came back up, kind of chopped here, but we're right here again. The last 3 days. Right here running this area right here. So is this a bull flag? I mean, this was kind of where we kind of consolidated, came down and put a new low in. Now if we're back up here, I was thinking if we break this 3807 area, can we rally back up here towards this 50-day moving average? So this chart gives me a little bit different view than the 5-minute. This one just gives me kind of a consolidation and breakout possibility. So that's what I'll be watching for. So I kind of see two scenarios based on the different charts. So we'll be watching carefully in the morning. Google. So Google held, another day above the 20. So this is looking positive for a run up here towards the 23.33. So, very well Friday could be a melt up day where we just kind of slowly melt up if we can open up really above this 3,800 area. Amazon, again, closing up above the 20-day moving average. So again, looking for continuation play. We can hold above the 20 on the open. Looks like, Amazon will take us up higher as well. Apple, still below the 20. So really wish it was getting above, this 140 area. We break 140 in the morning or and can hold that, then Apple will help us rally tomorrow. If it comes up to 20 and rejects off there, then that's the momentum to pull us back down. Nvidia sitting here on the 20 as well. So really need to get up here, get over this resistance area around 171 to rally up. Meta sitting here at the lows here, but we did tag the lower low. We came up and closed above the candle here of yesterday. We're in the candle here. So if we can get a bullish day out, we can climb this candle. Maybe Netflix Meta can start to climb back towards 165. So looking for the direction in the morning and see what we can do with some of these stocks. Tesla, continue to hold above 700. We talked about this in multiple videos. That 700 level is key. If we get above really 708 in my mind, 708 gives us a run. At least 750 tomorrow. We can just sit here flat if we don't move at all. If we don't move above 708, if we don't hold 708 and we get resistance, we could break back below the 20-day. That means coming back down towards 650 instead of going up to 750. So that's what we're watching on Tesla. If you haven't subscribed, definitely subscribe. If you like these videos, please do so by smashing our like button. That way we can continue to bring this content to you. And the goal really is to share with you what we're trading so we can all make money together. So definitely join us. We have a free Discord where we post all our numbers before the market opens at finwealthlive.com. You can find that link. We also have some free training out there. Dollar, you can see here just kind of been consolidating here. And so where do we break out? So that's the question. Right now, we've been hugging more of the top line. So, typically I think we could, bounce back up here towards, these highs again, 505 or 105. But if we don't, then we could possibly break back down. But that's kind of where we're at. And that's kind of where you can see kind of where we've just kind of been in this little tight wedge here. So we'll see what happens on our breakout on the dollar. Gold kind of been just kind of on this downward facing wedge here. Looking hopefully for a breakout at some point. And we've been hugging the top of this line. But we have a ways down we could come, before we can possibly break out. So we'll be watching gold right now, hitting a lot of resistance and continues to move lower. U.S. oil hit again, but it's still above our, right here, we're above our second deviation band. So right in this little zone here, we really got to get, back above the 50-day moving average, which is kind of where we were before. So breaking down means it's weak. We could obviously come down and break the deviation bands and come down here and touch this 100-day moving average. But for right now, we're holding it. So if we break, 78, we're coming down. If we can get back, climbing back up, we got to get above 82 to kind of break out again. There's the VIX kind of in a little wedge here as well. And you see we kind of continue to move lower, slowly grinding down. We're right still above the 20-day. So tomorrow, it's not likely that we could break below the 20, and that would create a rally for us to close out the week. And if we bounce off the 20 and move back up, that means, obviously the market's going to pull back tomorrow. So the VIX is really key to watch in the morning to see if it breaks this 20-day or stays above it and bounces. So we'll be watching the VIX in the morning to help us give us direction on whether we're going to have an up day or down day in the market tomorrow as we close out the week. SPY, kind of consolidating here in this little channel. So we're kind of on the upside. We're above these two candles. So I like that. Below, kind of right in the middle of this candle. Really, again, 380, got to break up above there. The 20-day moving average is at 388. If not, then we might get just stuck here in this range and be just range bound here, as many stocks are. Triple Qs, we're in this range as well. So it's kind of towards the middle, but above these candles. So I like that. So let's see if we can get back above the 20 here. 289.50 would be a goal for tomorrow. If not, we could just be range bound as we close out the week. IWM closed above our resistance line here. So we're back in this range that we've been in before. Looking for it to hold. If we break back down below 169 or come back down towards the lows, if we can hold above here, get to 170, then look for a rally up here, at least to 175. Financials, you can see here, kind of range bound. We've been here for almost 2 weeks. And you can see here we closed inside these candles. So more likely financials, it looks like really make it just be range bound here, might just stick us. And if the XLF, if financials is not rallying, it's gonna be hard for the rest of the market to rally. So really need financials to get some volume here to get us running here and hopefully get up towards this resistance area at $32. Healthcare, nice. See, look at this nice little rally, just a big old run. So the entire week going up, closing gaps. So we closed, these 2 gaps. So that's very bullish. Now that we close the gaps, now the question is what happens? Can we get up to 128.50 and then get rejected, or do we continue to rally from, do we pull back? Possibly now that we filled all those gaps. So we close at the high, we're right at the bottom of this candle. So looking for a trade to chase us up this candle or reject off this candle and pull back down. Energy sector broke out of our secondary deviation bands just really weak, after this big, huge bull run of several weeks, just having a pullback here. Our next resistance area is kind of right down here, this little grouping right here. So 69 is where we got to hold it. I mean, the 200-day moving average is right here below. But you see here, just very selling off here pretty good. So resistance 70.21 is kind of where this line came from here. And then 69 is right here. So we'll see if we can get a bounce off of here or if we're going to continue to sell off. But we should find some support down here. If we don't, the next area down really for this area is 54.50 if we break below the 200-day moving average. So we really got to find support here at this $68. Bitcoin is now up in this candle. So it's making progress, slowly trying to recover. So there's money flowing back into Bitcoin. So if you're trading Bitcoin, hopefully you're able to grab some of that bottom there. You see we're chasing up this candle right here now. It's kind of where we're going. So the goal this weekend, get above 23,000. If you get above 23,000, we got this big, huge long candle to climb next. So looking much better. We're out above our lower deviation bands, so we just kind of spiked it twice, but held above it. And you can see here, we've spiked it before in the past, but always held above. Spiked down, held, closed above. So this line continues to be a good support line for us on Bitcoin. Ethereum, same thing. We've tagged this line before and bounced off. Climbing this candle right here. So this is the candle we're on right now, and this will be the next candle to try to close above. So we'll see if we can, continue to make progress here. Again, our trend line's held, bounced off. Nice little rally starting up here, building some momentum to carry us up. So this weekend could be a good one for crypto world. So we'll be looking at some other coins and seeing what we can possibly trade this weekend. So if you are in crypto, just look for these breakouts of Ethereum and Bitcoin, kind of show you the way that the market's going to continue to rally here. But stay safe and make sure you don't carry anything over the weekend if the market's not going the direction that you want to see it on your stocks. Typically, we don't carry anything but our longs over the weekend. If we're long trading, we just have them in our portfolio, but anything outside that needs to just be closed out at the end of the week. So just be careful out there, especially if you're trading options. We'll be closing them out tomorrow. And stay safe out there. Have a great weekend coming up, and we will talk on Sunday, where we'll get you prepped for the next week, and get you all ready for the market. Everybody have a great night, and we will talk at you later.